Hi everyone, how are you doing and welcome back. So the M1928A1 aka the Thompson, going to be calling that from now on because it is a bit of a mouthful, but should you use it. Well, in this video we're going to go over the good, the bad and kind of what specializations I kind of recommend running on it. Without wasting any more time, let's jump into it then. So it's got the third fastest rate of fire, coming in at 720 rounds per minute. There's only two other weapons that can beat that, and you guessed them, it's the Type 2 and the Suomi. But there are some specializations that can be picked for the weapon that can spec it out to 900 rounds per minute. But I'll talk about that sort of in a minute and kind of go over why I wouldn't really recommend choosing that option. It's got a medium reload length, so there's quite a few other SMGs that are kind of on par with it. So it's got 2 seconds with ammo in the mag, 2.95 empty, and with the extended magazine it comes in at 2.35 or 3.25 empty. The default magazine is 20 rounds, with the extended mag option bringing you up to 50. It's got a similar bullet drop off to other SMGs, so from 0 to 10 meters it's 25.1, and after that it slowly drops off all the way down to 75 meters, where then it sort of stays at 12 damage. So this gun is best used sort of in that close to extremely close range engagements. The recoil is up and to the left. It is easy to control sort of at close to extremely close ranges, but at sort of medium to sort of long range distance you want to either be burst firing it or putting it onto the semi-auto mode and sort of tap firing away. However, because of the bullet drop off, I'd recommend not really doing that, because you will start to lose out to your assault rifles and semi-auto players. So there's something to bear in mind. Try and keep it into close to extremely close range. So speaking of sort of the light bolt and the extended mag options, I've tried both. You'll see sort of clips throughout this video of me using both of the options, and sort of I've come to the sort of opinion and kind of chose in the end to go with the extended mag option, just because it adds so much more to the gun, so much more sort of versatility. You'll see in some of these clips where I had the light bolt attached, where while it does mount the enemies, like you'll see me just absolutely rip through enemies, and there were a couple of times where people were like, what attachment have you got on that gun? Because most people never really run the light bolt on this gun, and the people are like, what are you using on it? So it does make it a pretty nutty gun, and if you choose the hip fire options as well, like it's just a beast at really close range engagement, you do run out of ammo real quick in the mag. Like you'll see these clips where I just absolutely melt through the ammo, and then like I'm having to reload and there's like enemies pushing me, so I'm like I'm trying to do like a kind of longish reload, like, and I'm just getting pushed by multiple enemies, because I just wasn't able to take them all down with the one mag, because there were so many of them. So if there are like sort of multiple enemies, then it doesn't really do well there with the light bolt attachment. Whereas if you had the extended mag, obviously 720 rounds per minute is no slouch, like it's the third fastest rate of fire, so it's still viable in close range engagements. But with the extended mag, obviously you can take down more enemies, and sort of if you do end up sort of whiffing a couple of shots, it won't really affect you too much. You won't really get penalised by it. Whereas if you had like the 20 round mag and you miss a couple of shots, like you've just melted through like 3-4 bullets, like so it's pretty much most of your mag nearly gone. So in the end I did go with the extended mag option, and I'll still go into that a bit more later on at the end of this video. But yeah, for those that are watching now, the extended mag for me personally is sort of the better option, just because you don't run out of ammo as quickly, and with the reload and stuff it just saves you back a lot more than sort of having to reload whilst getting pushed by multiple enemies. But we're going to that sort of towards the end of the video. How does it compare to the Type 2 and the Suomi? It still does hold its own against them, but you do sometimes lose out to the odd Suomi or Type 2 player. But that's just how those guns are. Like, they are sort of quite ridiculous rate of fire guns. But the best part about it, and my personal opinion, what's better about the Thompson than those two, is the hip fire, because like sort of the being a bit more slow on the rate of fire, it's a bit more accurate, and with the hip fire perk as well, like it's just a beast at hip firing. Like you can just run and gun down hallways, just hip firing away, and it's just a real fun time using it with the hip fire. I mean, there are some times like this saw then where it has got a good hip fire range on it, and yeah, that's what I prefer over those two guns, is the hip fire. But I'll let these clips sort of play out now, and I'll catch you at the end of this video when we sort of run through the sort of final specializations that I set up on and round out the video there. Oh, there we go. A guy back there, was there? Inspired.
Zurück, Soldat! Ich kümmere mich um dich. Ich werfe eine Rauchgranate.
Hope you enjoyed those clips, everyone. Now let's wrap up this video and quickly run through the specializations that I finally kind of got set up on. So starting off, spec 1, we had the slings and swivels. So switch weapon 15% faster and shoot sooner after sprinting. Since it's an SMG, you know you're going to be in close quarter fights, sort of extreme to close range fighting. Maybe a bit of medium here and there, but mostly, you know, if you want to be effective, close to kind of extremely close range. So being able to switch weapons faster, you know, if you do run out of ammo or kind of get caught reloading, then maybe you can quickly switch to secondary. But I'm primarily using it for sort of shooting sooner after sprinting, because obviously, you know, down sort of narrow alleyways on some of the maps, or just narrow corridors and stuff like that. You know, you might be kind of moving across the map and then kind of come upon like a group of enemies or an enemy that's kind of doing the same thing. So you need to be able to shoot quicker after sprinting. So just having that means I can get the drop on the enemy quicker and take them down before they take me down. I went full right side after this, so custom stock, improved accuracy while moving. You know, SMG, close quarters, I'm just going to be doing a bit of strafing here or there, or just kind of that kind of movement just to make it harder for the enemy to hit me. So I want to stay accurate whilst also strafing and whatnot, so that's why I went with that. Extended mag, I went with the extended magazine because it takes it from 20 bullets to 50, and it's still a really effective gun even with sort of the keeping the rate of fire at 720. Still really effective, and yeah, it just packs a punch, and you don't run out of ammo as quick because, like I mentioned at the start, having the light bolt just make you run out of ammo so quickly. So by having it at 50, you know, I can keep in the fight, and like you've seen in those clips, having the 50 round magazine, I don't get caught out as much as I did with the 20 round mag. And then finally, polish action, reduce the accuracy from firing hits, so basically makes hip fire better. So you know, SMG, close quarters, multiple enemies, I want to be able to sort of hip fire them, spray down. So that's why I went with that. Because sometimes it is just quicker to hip fire them if it's close range than trying to aim down sight and then start shooting. If you can just get the hip fire on them, once again, take them down quicker. If you do want to do maybe a bit more, I don't know, long range engagements, or you know, you struggle a bit with the recoil, you could always go for sort of recoil buffer to reduce the upward recoil. But for me personally, you know, for what I'm using the gun for, sort of close to extreme close ranges, you know, maybe the odd medium here or there, but even then I'd sort of burst fire. But if you want to be effective with this gun, you want to keep it in sort of extreme to close range engagement. So that's why I went with the polished action instead of the recoil reduction. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, let me know your thoughts down below. You know, kind of what setup do you use for the Tommy gun, or so I can see what other people run and maybe give it a go myself. If you enjoyed the video as well, drop a like, drop a comment as well if you want to what I did good about this video, what I can do better. Always looking to improve, so make sure to leave your feedback down below. And if you want to see more content like this, as well as tips, tricks, and other content related to Battlefield 5 and 2042 when that releases, make sure to drop a subscribe. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Have a good day.